All right, YouTube, what is up, man? It's your boy, Damn D, and we are back with another video. And today, I want to go over this. Now, we got BODY6, man. We know that he crashing out right now, and he apologized, and, you know, it seemed like he going through a hard time. He's trying to blame Kendrick Lamar. People saying that he on meth. Now he's coming back and apologizing, and, you know, well, let's just play the audio. Everybody is pretty much caught up on this, right? So if you don't know, he's a dude that's from Hey Now, and a lot of people saying that that's the best verse on the song, on the album as far as features. But I want to get a little insight on people that live in LA that may have more to say about this. So we got AD and the Figmunity world, right? So I want to hear from them because I think they have a better insight, and I think they have more of a, just more details than me, a outer towner. You know what I mean? Because I'm not from LA, and LA is a whole different ball game. So let's see what they got to say about the current situation.
Artist that was featured on GNX album, BODY6, has been crashing out. And it's going viral within the LA community. Probably the world, I don't know, but LA community for sure.
And you know what? Before,
is it the worst concert you ever seen?
No. But it went from bad to worse. And I've been kind of iffy on like reacting to it because I'm like, damn, I don't react to like all his music and shit because I like his music. You know what I mean? I fuck with it. But as soon as a nigga crash out and do some bullshit, here we go bringing it up as a topic.
Man, you don't care about that shit.
What you mean?
Man, look,
what I'm saying is I react to this and because I don't react to his music or what? Because I fuck with his music, but I'm shouting him out.
No, look, let's keep it real. Shed light on mental health, man. Yeah, for sure. This for sure mental health. For one, that man just lost a child. You feel me? That can be very, very. Oh, he lost his.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So he lost his child. Sorry to hear that.
Kid, that's very, very traumatic.
Like in the hospital.
Oh, like on the hospital. Okay.
So it was newborn, but
yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. So that you got that going on, and then then too, what they saying is you're getting into it with your homies. You feel me? So that's another aspect of it. And then he's saying that he's homeless as well too. So there's a combination of things that is happening to this young man right now. So instead of everybody looking at him like, oh, he crashing out, he fucking up, like, nah, he probably not in the right position. And then two, this is what people got to understand. Just because you are on a popular album does not mean that you got millions of dollars. It don't mean that you get success right away. This shit is to catapult you and hopefully you get some bigger business. And then two, let's keep it real. Even if you was to get a check for GNX, you're not gonna get a royalty check yet anyway. It's still too fresh for that shit too. So people be thinking once you hear people are they popular that they got all this money. A lot of times niggas are still in the hood. You feel me? First time I hit the radio, I was living in Compton, I had $50 in my name, bro. And niggas talking about you got $1 million. Like hell no, you don't got that shit. You got to keep going. And if you don't have no situation in place, yeah. But the illusion of the shit is that nigga you're successful. You're not successful right away. So this young man, he probably got everybody looking at him like he got all this chili. You feel me? He got all this shit going on around him. And then yeah, this is what happens when life hits you all at one time. Yeah, but I mean on a
hey, it's definitely unfortunate to hear that he lost his child. You know, that's definitely unfortunate. So yeah, a situation like that can definitely, make you go crazy. So yeah, I can definitely understand that.
Flip side, devil's advocate. As a rapper, you paint that image so people perceive as such. Because when you look at his videos, he's pulling up in Phantoms, Rolls Royces, all that. So people perceive what you put out there to him. You know what I mean? So
that is true. So if he has videos of him in Phantoms and Rolls Royces, he's putting out the imagery that he got money. So people like, what you crying about? Why you over here flossing like you got it? And then the next day you saying that you got it. So stop faking the funk. Stop faking the funk and live your real life.
So that could be one thing, but you are absolutely right about, being on the album, not getting paid, because sometimes it's not always about an advance, or sometimes you don't even get publishing. Sometimes people just like, hey, it's a look. It's a look for sure. And that look is everything. Yeah.
I don't even think niggas was looking at him as he had a gang of bread because he was on GNX. I don't even think niggas was looking at him.
No, but when you're looking, like, mind you, there's a lot of artists that get on albums and just getting on albums like salute. But then it's like, okay, you get on a Billboard album, every song is charting, like they're perceiving that as, oh, this nigga getting money. They get plaques, they getting this, they doing that.
But I think anybody like this fool, like if it was just a regular crash out that wasn't on something that big, we would just think it was funny. We wouldn't give a fuck. But the fact that the whole Kendrick name is behind it, that's what makes it a little more like
right.
Like higher level to where people are paying attention and stuff like that. Like the smart details and shit like that.
And the drugs is involved. That's even worse.
That's the gift and the curse about being on such a powerful album. It's like now you're under a microscope. So anything you do, they're gonna be like the artist who was featured on Kendrick's album, and it's gonna hit platforms that you probably wouldn't have hit if that would have happened if you wasn't on the album. You know what I mean? Bigger platforms. So
what if it could be a play?
What if it's a terrible play?
Hopefully it pans out into a play for him and he get help, man, and he bounced back because he's been on Instagram just smoking whippets, and they were trying to paint a narrative that he was on meth, and he said, I ain't on no meth. They were trying to paint that narrative and then beefing, and
I don't think people was painting a narrative. I think he said that text to Adam.
We see that shit happening. It just doesn't end well if it prolongs. So hopefully somebody put a stop to it and help them out, man.
Well, you can't. It's hard to do that, especially if you're in the streets. And these young kids and these new rappers, they actually really be in the street. They trying to live what they rapping about. So these won't say they fake. You know what I mean? And so it's hard being a musician or an artist or whatever the case may be, having one foot in and one foot out in the streets. You're not gonna make it. I don't give a fuck what you're doing or how you're doing it. You have to pick one. You either finna be this rapper or you finna be a street nigga. So one foot in, one foot out. It's not that easy, but once you make your mind up, you know what I'm saying, then you'll make it. You feel me? But it's not that easy, but you still have to choose one at the end of the day.
You got to choose one down the line.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to have to choose one.
A lot of times, like, not to say it like that be niggas' identities. You feel me? Yeah. That be the whole gate into why niggas even fuck with them. That's what make you appealing. Exactly. So they look at that and then it's like, okay, if you take that aspect away from it, it's a fucked up way of looking at it, but then niggas is like, okay, nigga, they judge that shit.
But how many times can you make a street video? How many times can you get in the street and make a video? It's going to be tiresome. How many times? And then you're going to just put yourself in a box and you're just going to be that street rapper. You're never going to grow. So you have to get away from it. You feel me? And you have to get away from it. Sometime you have to get away.
Hopefully, you have
to get away from
it. It's just. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to remember, just because they're talented, don't mean they're not real humans like us in real life. We all evolve. We all, at his age, was in the streets. Now, we wasn't mentally thinking how we're thinking today. Back then, we was outside hanging out, doing dumb shit with our homies. Boom, boom. Shit they're seeing right now. We just didn't have cameras and all that shit. But you know, it's a mental thing, and it's a friend group who you surround yourself with. Because if you're around knuckleheads all day, you're gonna think and move like a knucklehead all day. If you're around niggas that's trying to motivate you and put you on some plays and show you something bigger than the hood, you're gonna think outside the hood and think bigger. You know what I mean? So that's how I go. So really, it sounds like he need like some mentors around him. Somebody to come take him under his wing and just, hey man. But
and that's another thing too. That's fucked up too. Because where's my mentor? Who is it? Now that I'm trying to change my life, who do I go to? Because these niggas that I'm looking at that's older than me, these niggas still in the hood, and they guiding you. They guiding you the wrong way. That's fucked up.
Well, see, the other problem with a lot of rappers, stop letting your homie be your manager, fool. That's like I've always like every time I see like most cases. I'm not. It's a rare time where you see like somebody that's from your hood that actually tries to manage you and maneuver you. Because whenever it is like that, bro, 8 times out of 10 it's a terrible. It goes one way or another.
And then too, like for younger artists now, it's even worse because like all LA politics is on full display on YouTube, and you got motherfuckers.
That shit is ugly.
That's the crazy thing about it, yeah, because I've never heard so much LA business ever in my life. Right? Not ever since probably like 5 years ago. Like, I don't know, boy, it's crazy how, especially, you know, Adam 22 and, you know, they just put all their business on the internet and they all gonna go to jail eventually. They all setting themselves up for RICO charges. And everybody who been on Adam 22, eventually y'all all gonna go to jail. So this internet is a gift and a curse. You know, people will do anything to get recognized. And to hear, you know, people from LA talk about what they do and how they do things so freely is like, you know, I mean, it's cool to listen to, but these people got real lives, right? Like, I'm gonna sit here and watch, but I ain't gotta face the consequences. They gonna have to deal with the consequences because they want the clicks and views.
Motherfuckers that's judging you that ain't never came to Los Angeles, don't know nothing about no gangs, calling you terms, saying you this, you turned down, and the shit's on fucking YouTube all day now. And then 6, can you pull up J3 Twitter? So J3 came out, going back to what you said, he don't got no mentors, nobody helping him type shit. So J3 was like, hey, I wasn't gonna say nothing until you put the homie name in it. But he was like, nigga, Kendrick was helping you out and gave you a studio to record that. You wasn't showing up. Nigga, boom, boom, boom. So Kendrick, that's the part niggas don't acknowledge. Oh, he ain't getting no money off the album, but what else is he doing though?
You can go to Dijon, has it on his Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Dijon shit. But it's like, if a nigga,
you a spot, that he offered him free studio time and for that, like kicked it and mingle.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, bro, don't nobody owe you shit. None. Don't no man owe you shit in this world, man. So if a nigga's taking it out of his day to say, hey, man, I'm going to provide this for you, all you got to do is show up. Nigga, that's more than what most of these niggas who come in doing. Majority of all the niggas come in doing. You know what I mean? So, and then to have that light shed on you, it's up to you from that point. Yeah, man. It's the last one. I think it's the last one.
No, but he said since the net is talking, tell Blood to tell y'all how Doc gave him access to the studio anytime he wanted and got him a spot, etc. to chill on some more shit. You feel me? But a niggas rather be in the streets and ain't got no patience.
Yeah, that's crazy. So he over there crashing out for no reason. He crashing out because he don't have the work ethic and he don't have the patience. He want everything instant, right? Everybody these days want everything instant because of the internet. You know, people don't want to grind. People don't want to hustle. They want instant success. So at the end of the day, it's his fault, not Kendrick.
Well, that's even crazy. I don't even know about the spot. So you have somebody give you a studio and somewhere to lay your head. Shit, nigga, that's a win.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to be in that motherfucker cranking out, locked in.
If Doc gave me a spot and told me I can go to the studio anytime I wanted, and this is Doc telling me this, I will be in that motherfucker sleeping on the carpet. You hear me? He going on tour. He doing all this. I'm finna have access to all this because he finna see me in this bitch hungry working. I got the same shit on for a week. That's when I said one for them, one for them, one for that. I can still use the homies
and still do it.
Look, I can still use. I'm still from the ghetto. I'm still with the homies. I fuck with the homies, but I'm finna separate myself real quick and work. You can do that, dog. You can do that. You don't have to be in the hood all day, every day for what?
Yo, am I tripping, or does he just have one hand, or is his hand in his pocket? Pause. No, did it? I don't know,
But acceptance, like I'm here. You feel me?
And shout out my young homie Siete because he get it now. He was a nigga too. That was a knucklehead, and he's starting to see that shit too. So the conversations that I have with him now is more about elevation.
I'm working. I don't need to be over there because what happens when you go to jail? Do you think they're gonna come see what's up with you? Putting it on the books. What's up? Visit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping. His a hand right here. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm like, why his other arm ain't moving? Oh, he just got it chilling right here. Okay, my bad.
Homie too, you know what I'm saying? Double XL freshman class at 10th spot. It's a bunch of dope West Coast artists on there. Siete's, Osama's on that motherfucker. Mark Lux is on there. It's a bunch of homies we got on this motherfucker. That's dope.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, but you gotta take.
Shout out. I don't want to spoil it, but go ahead. That shit's paid.
That shit paid for sure.
Yeah,
but it's still a good look.
But both of the homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that shit is crazy. But I mean, bro, look at the artists that are taking advantage of that shit, man.
You know what's crazy too? Now I think about it. Me and Pun was out for my birthday this weekend, and then just seeing the climate of the club scene, and Pun was like, damn, like the way that artists would go so hard like 10 years ago, it ain't the same no more. Like niggas don't feel like they gotta work as hard as they used to.
What you mean?
Like, man, niggas
to be in the club?
No, not the club. It's just like, I don't know if the internet made it to where people could lay back more, but like, nigga, it was a lot of niggas outside just hungry to be heard with anything. You know what I mean? Even back then, G Malone, they was pressing up. How many CDs they was pressing up? Niggas was in the streets, nigga passing out CDs, having stickers. They was like trying to get the awareness out there.
But how did the club scene bring you to that?
What you mean?
You said Pum's
because that's how a lot of artists got noticed back then.
The club.
Yeah, you go to the club, the DJ, you ask them to play your shit, they start spinning your shit.
So what are you saying? You didn't see no artists hungry and passing CDs to the DJ or what?
No, I'm just saying it's an evolution of hunger now. The internet made it now to where, I mean, I don't even know, coming on our platforms may be something that people can do now where they're like, okay, that's a new way that they can get discovered.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of gatekeepers back then too, you got to think. And yeah, niggas working hard all outside and all you have to do is play my fucking record. You making me do all this extra ass work. Now I got the internet by my side now. I got niggas can stream, download, I can use YouTube, TikTok, Instagram and everything else for this shit. I ain't got to go get on my hands and knees and ask you bitch ass niggas, can y'all play my record? So yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And all them gatekeepers and all of that shit that used to be there, them niggas ain't there no more. You feel me? Just be some random ass niggas and they're DJing now. You feel me? And it be going up. But niggas did have to work for all of that shit. They had to work for it to get in the club, to get on the radio, to do all of that shit though. And that shit meant something for sure. But now you don't really have to do that no more.
Look what you said earlier, right? Like,
but it's just a different type of hustle. So instead of doing it in person, you can just do it on your cell phone. So, you know, instead of actually putting the footwork in to, you know, go to the clubs, you can just put the footwork in and make content on your phone where you don't have to go to the clubs. The clubs will try to book you based on your interaction and how many supporters you got. So I can see both ways. But anyway, yeah, man, this is a nice conversation, a great conversation with people, you know, in LA that knows more about the situation. And, you know, hopefully get your stuff together and, overcome this. But other than that, man, y'all leave a comment down below, man. It's your boy, Damn D, signing out.